Good evening, Internet. Welcome back to another night of strange and scary games. Tonight we've got producer 2021, Thor High Heels, who did music for Lunacid, also worked on this game. I'm not entirely sure how I found it. I just saw that they had worked on it. So yeah, let's get into it. We don't have a starting new game, +1 experience. Welcome to Producer 2021. Before we begin, do you have any questions? Producer 2021 saves automatically after specific sequences. There are no rolling saves. You're basically stuck with a single save file per playthrough. Don't worry though. I'm sure that someone as resourceful as you won't ever get stuck or softlock or something like that. Content warning. Producer 2021 uses physical paralysis and bodily decay as a crutch for storytelling purposes. It contains characters who are struggling with mental problems like depression and mania. Don't worry, you can fix them. While also depicting homemade and psychoactive compounds as beneficial to your understanding of the world around you, as well as containing a lot of bad words. Producer 2021 is a game about enthusiasm, productivity, and the end of it all. How long to beat? Depends on how fast you can read. I hope that you can beat it in under 2 hours. Then you'll be eligible for a refund. Get that money, bestie. Let's start. Game saved to slot 1. You don't remember buying a phone. It rings anyway. Fuck. Get up. The phone rings without mercy. Clumps of dust float through the air like lazy jellyfish. Crushed cans, empty pizza boxes, and discarded clothes cover the sticky floor. The phone rings without mercy. Crumbs of various origins cover the towel that served as your sheet. The phone has stopped ringing. You've missed the call. Fuck. Brittle and beautiful, the fragile vase stands out amongst the trash. It's very delicate. You exhale happily. Whoa, what? Hold up. What the fuck was that? Level up? Experiencing new things gives you EXP. Collect enough EXP and you'll level up. If you don't get EXP for something, it's not worth doing. Okay, got it. Now, where were we? This is your most prized possession. Is beauty a function of fragility? Sunken in thought, you lean against a small tower of pizza boxes. They tumble and they fall. Fuck. Tiny and distorted by 1,000 shimmering shards, your reflections appear to be ashamed. Wait. Something lies hidden in the pile of broken glass. It's your car keys. You get car keys. These will be useful later. Smelly little hills of damp fabric. This is your legacy. Where's that phone? Disgusting. You look at your gray ceiling. Kitchen smells like shit. Slightly annoyed, the storm buzzes upwards into your bedroom. Thick and crunchy, it covers the thick floor. The world's worst carpet. Balancing precariously on the pile of plates, the phone blinks rapidly. You've got one new voicemail. Phone is heavy and unfamiliar in your hand. Voice on the phone sounds stressed and overworked. Toto Hammersmith. That's me. We've received your application with great interest. Your what? And are happy to welcome you as our new producer. What? The fuck. Please report to our offices in downtown immediately. Your new life begins today. Click. You've got no new messages. Holy shit. Can't believe it. A job. A real job. For you. You haven't felt this happy in years. Be careful now. This is how they get you. It bursts out of you like a phoenix. Enthusiasm +1. Yeehaw! You feel great. You feel amazing. Time to get going. You get the phone. Thick grime obscures a glorious sunset. The air in here is thick and old, used up and dead. Fresh air hits like a sub-zero sledgehammer. Ah! good old car rusting away in the yard. It should survive the journey to downtown. New job, new me. Let's go. You push, but it doesn't budge. Something's leaning against the door from the other side. Fuck. Push again. The door doesn't move an inch. Thing on the other side of the door is large and heavy. It's made of meat. Lots and lots of meat. They're made of meat. Climb out of the window and drop down into the yard. Goodbye, shitty house. A heap of compost softens your fall. Curiously, it has grown directly beneath your kitchen window. Good compost doesn't just appear. It takes years of dedication. This is some great compost. Some people think that compost is just a byproduct of our organic existence. Only our leftovers piled up to fester and to rot. It isn't true, of course. Compost is life. This is some great compost. Consider the compost some more. We can just farm. What you see from the outside is just a big pile of organic waste that slowly turns to fertile earth. But when you've nursed that pile from the back when it was just a little mound, you just think about it differently. In a weird way, the compost becomes part of you. An extension of yourself, an organic tool, a friend. We're still getting experience for it. You're so alone. Alright. You pull up the handle. It's locked. Car keys. Nice. You lose car keys. It's warm and damp in here. The battered tape deck, survivor of many lonely nights, springs back to life. Hell yeah. It's your favorite track. You don't look back. The endless streets of suburbia roll away beneath you. You think about... Creating compost of decent quality takes years of stationary, unmoving, unflinching dedication. By abandoning your home, you are also leaving the accumulated efforts of your previous life behind. You accelerate through suburbia, speeding away from all the wasted time, leaving it behind you. You don't know where producers live, but it won't be here, that's for sure. The forest is deep and ancient. You think about the broken vase. Let it be a lesson to you. You control your actions. Your actions have consequences. Consequences have irreversible, are irreversible, final. Otherwise, you could just stumble around blindly, finding doors by raw luck and perseverance. Branches and leaves make little noises as they scratch against your car. Still, you can't really believe it. A job, for you. You might not have any experience, but you'll do your best. Acid air hits your windshield, biting and clawing. The factories churn in the distance. You think about... You are 100% sure that you never bought a phone. You speed up through the empty plains. Downtown, here we come. Downtown is close. You're confident. You'll become... Producer 2021. Downtown, the beating, breathing heart of the world. There's no better place for a new beginning. Game saved slot 1. The waves are deep and dark and blue. Bridges, pontoons, plateaus, and boats. The canals are where the cool people hang out. Party never stops. The mall is empty and abandoned. Tall towers of glass stretch into the sky. You have arrived at the offices. This is it. Your last chance. Don't fuck it up. Smooth doors slide open noiselessly. Concentrated on her paperwork, the receptionist hasn't noticed you yet. Ah, who are you? What are you doing here? That voice, you recognize it. She's the one who called you. I'm the producer. Oh, another one. Great. She presses a small button on her desk and smiles. The boss will be ready for you in a minute. Then she bends back over her mountains of paperwork. Like your career, the elevator goes up. Deep rings hang below red eyes. The waiting area is immensely important. You are small and insignificant. Red clouds push for the endless horizon. Heavy, full, and greedy for more, it will never rain again. Limit of what you can see, a sharp line. An intruder in these halls, shabby and strange, leaning against the glass and thinking big thoughts. She smiles and beckons you to come over. You've waited long enough. Thanks for waiting so patiently. The boss is ready for you now. Just step into the elevator. Are we at Dracula? Welcome, welcome. We are so glad that you made it in time. The boss smiles at you. Thanks for hiring me. No problemo. We love go-getters such as yourself. Very impressive application. He pulls a slim contract out of his breast pocket. Before we can continue, I need you to sign this. The salary is pretty generous and you get Tier 3 dental. Amazing. It's a fine contract. Nothing bad going on here, just a regular old contract. You find it hard to believe given the atmosphere and all that, but the contract is pretty good. You read the contract from back to front. This is a useful technique to discover things one might have missed. The contract, however, is totally okay. We really appreciate your thoroughness. This extreme diligence is a clear indicator of great work ethic. Great, let's move on. His smile is hollow, like it could collapse into red rage at any minute. We're very happy to have you on board as our newest producer. Like all companies, we exist to solve problems. We're currently faced with our biggest problem yet. Judging by your stellar application, you should be up to the task. Oh, damn. This is the part of the conversation where you're expected to be proactive, asking questions and learning important background information before being sent out into the cold, harsh world. Problem to solve. As you know, everything is pretty fucked up these days. True. Crumbling infrastructure, rising prices, small businesses are folding left and right. It feels as if it'll all come down to an end soon. But as you surely know, every crisis is merely an impulse. Horrible tragedies will always force us to innovate, to find a solution. His smile is dripping with satisfaction. The solution to all our problems is disruption. New technology, more technology. Tubularity. It's going to make everything okay again. The boss nods rhythmically. Yes, yes. I know what you're about to say. His voice grows mocking and cold. It's not possible. A pipe dream. A myth. Wrong. Everything is possible if you just believe in it hard enough. Of course, I'm aware that merging humanity and tubulators won't be an easy task. It's a monumental undertaking. A complete overhaul of what it means to think. What it means to feel. Yes, even what it means to be human. Reaching tubularity is almost impossible. That's why we've outsourced it to the best freelancers we could find. Wow, where have you been the last few years? Under a rock? Computers haven't been working since the PED swallowed us all. The microchips degrade too quickly. We discovered tubulation just in time. Tubulators now play an important part in managing our everyday lives. PED, the permanent electromagnetic disturbance. First noticed by the artisan a couple of years ago. Damn. A couple of years? Time passes quickly when you're looking at your gray ceiling. Boss scratches his head. I'm not really sure what it means to be a producer. You'll have to figure that one out on your own. As our new producer, you'll have to find the 3 freelancers, collect their respective prototypes, and return them to me before the sun sets. Oh, yeah. Here you go. You get some money. We've hired 3 freelancers to research tubularity for us. Inevitable progress. Sadly, none of them have delivered their work yet. As I've said before, you'll have to find the 3 freelancers and deliver their prototypes to me before the sun sets. It's really important that you get it all done as soon as possible. Don't go exploring, it's a waste of time. Just do your job. I mean, to be honest, she's pretty crazy, but even the artisan respects her work, so he had to hire her. He's a good kid, tries really hard, just needs a little support sometimes. Poor boy. It's very rare for three accomplished individuals to join up. The Dadaists are a supergroup, and I have high hopes in their prototype. She's the best, no competition. Sadly, she's been missing for a long time. The others are okay, but, well, she's just the best. Biochemist lives on a houseboat in the canals. The mechanic has his workshop in the factories, and the Dadaists have set up a shop in the top floor of a mall. Go there, find them, and deliver their work. Sounds very productive. Don't waste my time with this shit. Move fast, break things. It's called disruption. Your application was great. We called as soon as the receptionist discovered it in her paperwork. Great. Just collect the 3 prototypes and bring them back to me before the sun sets. Good luck. Oh wait, just one more thing. Being a producer is an extremely vague job. But one thing is certain. Producers need to be enthusiastic. Creative people are especially vulnerable to emotional distress. It's imperative that you are enthusiastic for them. This might seem kind of strange, but I really need you to be as enthusiastic as possible. Boss leers at you, forcing his wet lips into a horrible smile. Come on, let me hear it. Let me hear your enthusiasm. Yeehaw! Yes, yes, yes! It's back, the warm feeling in your chest. You are doing the right thing. The boss is on your side. The sun hangs low above the horizon while the boss towers above you. Producer, go forth and produce. This room-sized model is a database. Incredibly useful, but only if you already know what exactly you're looking for. That's a really big socket. Depending on your level of enthusiasm, it might or might not be important later. 10% weird. Cold wind howls from above. Something is wrong here. Very wrong. Turning to the lobby, you already feel like a new person. The receptionist looks up from her paperwork and gives you a brief nod. Welcome to the team. You are a producer now. The whole world is yours to explore. Once you have collected all 3 prototypes, return to the boss. If you feel lost or overwhelmed, just close your eyes. That usually helps. The alleys are dirty and foul. Digestive slime drips down from the diminishing walls. The usual crowd of dealers, junkies, and in-betweeners is absent. You imagine them on loose mattresses, rolling around, kicking and dreaming. You're way too enthusiastic about your job to waste precious time exploring the alleys. Come back after you've been a little less enthusiastic. There's only one boat in the harbor. The Biochemist houseboat. Nice. You've never seen anything like it. Stuffed to the brim with plants, the houseboat bobs gently on the water. Amazing. You should try to get a boat like this, after you've done your job, of course. Crude but stable, the bridge has been constructed by someone with very little patience. It smells great here. You feel nice. This is a private property. You are an intruder. It's not been closed properly. Sweet-smelling air wafts out. While previously well cared for, they're beginning to show the first signs of neglect. Your reflection looks back at you, wobbly and distorted. From between the green leaves and scented earth, the canals seem empty and cold. Nobody responds. It smells like flowers. Glass beakers are strewn across the floor. Nobody responds. The biochemist isn't here. The empty boat sways from side to side. She could have left the prototype inside, ready for collection. What now? You need to be level 5 or higher to just break into someone's home without justification. What the fuck, why? You notice the note. It's been nailed to the railing and flutters in the wind. I am visiting Bong Lord in suburbia. Won't be back for some time, the biochemist. What a stupid name. Endless streets of concrete and dirt. You used to live there. Suburbia is huge and a Bong Lord is just one person. How will you ever find the address? A tubulator has grown in your car. It's waiting. The mall. This was once a holy place. The data have set up a shop on the top floor. Fixed to the upper floors, the ladder hangs enticingly, but just out of reach. Statuette stands at the end of the hallway, heavy and resilient. An elevator, old and unreliable, dangles from its ancient chain. That was a lot of work. Endless hours, countless days. You imagine the artisan getting up in the morning, brief breakfast in yesterday's clothes, 1 cup of coffee, chipping away at it. Days, weeks, months, desperate almost to create something. Something that'll survive. Statuette's design feels vaguely familiar. Solid, unmoving, a rare pillar of stability in these strange times. I hope you never change. This thing will never carry your weight. This elevator, extremely stable. It will carry me safely to the top floor of the mall. Elevator guard has been here for a long time. It started out as a temp job, one of those app things, Tasker or something like that. Elevator's broken. Make sure nobody uses it until it's been fixed. That was long ago. Since then, the mall has left its marks. Hard skin, crusted joints. The elevator guard is still on the job. Don't get into the unreliable elevator. It's been too long. The elevator guard can only express itself through its job. Don't get into the unreliable elevator. Somewhere deep inside, it's still alive. You can see it in the rolling eyes. A desire to be allowed to go away, to disappear. It has a job and it must work. Desperate eyes roll helplessly in stone sockets. Don't use the elevator. It grinds its teeth hungrily. The poor thing must be starving after all this time. The elevator guard can't eat that. Alright. Don't. Tape deck stutters and sputters. Fuck. It's eating your favorite tape. You simply can't drive without music. It's way too boring. What was that about a tubulator growing in our car? You think about... The biochemist is currently visiting Bong Lord in suburbia. I just have to go there and think about... Mechanic's workshop is located in the factories. He must be nearby. The more experiences I have, the sooner I will gain a new level. Wait, we can break in now. Tubulation, the final invention of the previous decade. Programmable slabs of meat, rapid reconfiguration at cellular levels, processing and calculating with the speed of thought. No more lithium, no more rare earth, no more microchips, no more electricity. They just need a little warmth. What am I doing? That is not your valid address. Okay, you need Bong Lord's address. You can always ask for help. Who could help me with this shit? Names, places, and functions all swim together before your eyes. You can't focus. Break into the biochemist's home. Such a nice place, so calm, so peaceful. You don't belong here. The hammock swings enticingly. You've broken in here, and now you're spoiling the atmosphere. Under a heavy jar of seeds, you discover a few pieces of dirty, crumpled paper. The houseboat sways from side to side. Biochemist isn't here. You should leave her stuff alone. Maybe you missed something important. No, nothing. Only beautiful plants and the tools of their care. Get the fuck out of the houseboat. You don't deserve to experience nice things. Silky clean, the hammock gracefully receives your weight. Although thin, the strong parachute-like fabric will always protect you from the outside world. All good things end eventually. A few crumbs of undeterminable origin remain in the hammock. Leave now and never come back. Also, like, isn't it kind of obvious by now that the prototype isn't here? You creep and search through the biochemist's private space. You've never seen such a high-tech piece of equipment before. All you see is a blurry mess. The image remains blurry. Whoa, it's like little blocks placed on a grid. They form patterns and clumps. What could it be? Broken into someone's home, defiling their private sanctum. And for what? There's no prototype here. Cryptic notes have been carelessly scribbled on loose paper. Needs more mycelium. Terrible and goblin-like, you sneak through the biochemist's sacred home. The biochemist has been trying to get better at drawing. Countless uncouth attempts at hand. Plants and perspectives litter the pages. If only you could have a home like this. Fuck, it's just like drawing. Shapes before shade. Like a disgusting burglar. Horrible taste important to function. Getting closer, push on, don't stop. Graphs depict a complex web of blocks and right angles. Only a few fungi, slim and tall, have survived the latest harvest. White bases of cut-off trunks screen pane and lost into their subterranean networks. Graphs depict a complex web. Cryptic symbols come together to... Holy shit! This looks just like the stuff I saw under the microscope. What is the rigid web? Is it related to the biochemist prototype? You'll have to ask if you ever find her. Only a few fungi... Actually, I'm pretty sure that those are oranges. Actually, no, those aren't oranges either. You have no idea what kind of fruit grows on this tree. You recognize oregano and margarine. The desire for pizza increases. Delicate scent of fragile blossoms everywhere around you. You remember a sky so bright and eye-wateringly blue that you close your eyes. You'll never see that sky again. This time there is nothing. You insert the smooth tubes. You have arrived in the factories. Factories stretch far and wide. Who would want to live in such a horrible place? Corroding iron protects the mechanic's workshop. Sun is setting at an alarming rate. Nothing has been produced so far. Not a single prototype. Do you even deserve this job? Ridiculous. You can't even remember sending me your CV. This is all a huge mistake. The workshop is locked. The gate doesn't move at all. Gate doesn't move at all. Gate doesn't move at all. Nobody can hear you. Wait! There, hidden in a crevice. The tubulator is protected by a metal box and hooked up to a fist-sized blob of speech approximation. Greetings, I am Sid. Please enter your password to open the workshop. No matter how organic they might be, tubulators can't really talk. Just like the computers of old, their only strength is endless repetition. Incorrect. Damn, I need a hint. It's not allowed, I'm sorry. I want to be a real boy. My program requires me to make fun of you for debasing yourself like this. No hints for you, you pathetic worm. Crawl in the dust, worm. This area is highly productive. It's a custom job meant to imitate a machine from before. The sharp needle hanging imperceptibly thin gives it all away, of course. Sid can't dodge and takes one damage. The needle never hurts. The connection goes both ways. You can feel the pain, the confusion. There's no subroutine for anger, no function for despair. Without a valve, the pain just circulates in loops. Sid screams and your bones vibrate. You sense something through the pain, a way out. At the bottom of the box, a small button connected to some sort of medication. Chemical reset. Can't stand it any longer. Disconnecting. It's only a small button, but it needs to be pushed down hard for about 10 seconds. Your finger hurts as you let go. Hello. Whoever hears this spoken out loud by a robotic voice is dumb. This too shall pass. There's too much stuff going on here, you can't think. Pretty clear you need help, but who could help me? The receptionist, stuck at work, she could help you out. The boss barricaded behind his big door. He hates being disturbed. The last resort, Joker-like, for when you're really and truly stuck. You think about... nothing. Drive to downtown. Let's go see. Receptionist is really busy. Don't waste your precious time. Bong Lord. What a stupid name, right? That's what I've been saying. Yeah, sorry, no clear where he could live. Bong Lord. Bong Lord. She sighs and gets back to her paperwork. He never was the most creative one now, was he? Have you tried something like 6789? No, that would be too crude even for him. Incorrect. Correct. Sid buzzes happily as you pass by. Clumps of spores hover above technologically advanced garbage. A big red chair dominates the room. It smells like home. Cool, a crafting bench. I love to craft items. What do you want to craft? You don't have the necessary item to craft this iron dagger. Machine is old and outdated. Machine will never turn into compost. It has to remain here for static and dead forever. You find no resources. Three iron, one wood. I love forging for resources in order to craft things out of them. Thin twigs hold juicy leaves for the setting sun. They came from the ground as little saplings, green and soft. It's not a nice process, growth. The endless death for other outcomes. The endless death of other outcomes, clawing for sunlight. Only few survive. They take all the loot. Their limbs are warped and hard, full of ridges and scars. Green and juicy as the leaf. Reward at the end of every branch. Heavy roots dig through wet earth. The dark kingdom below. To explore it is to destroy it. For what appears a solid mass to us is endless tiny tunnels, delicate capillaries, nutrition and home. Worms and insects biting, chewing, dissolving each other with acid. Stop thinking about it. This is all you'll get from the forest for now. Calm place, calm and slow. Looks just like your fragile vase, as if it had stood model for the granite statue. Somehow, despite weighing hundreds of pounds, the statuette exudes fragility. Vague feelings of guilt. You look down at the... Wait, there, behind the statuette. The narrow set of stairs leading down into the hollowed earth. No, you're enthusiastic, remember? No exploration for you. Come back when you care less about your job. Wide and heavy, it seems to have been placed deliberately, hiding the stairs. Craning your neck, you blink at the falling dust. Behind the door, the data is from Serge's shop. Something's wrong up there, too abstract to support itself. Do you know that every time you talk to me, I lose focus and need to start my current task all over? What do you want? Never really knew her. Heard that she's crazy and unpredictable. Never locks her door and forgets her name and stuff like that. Cool, I'll get back to my work. Sequences of numbers is not only the most common, but also the most stupid imaginable password. Don't ever use it, not even if you're just being ironic. Do you want to look up something else? I'm not sure what to do anymore. You haven't produced a single prototype yet. You're a horrible producer. Who could help me? The receptionist's too busy. She has to make up for the time you wasted. Boss barricaded behind his big door. You can never go back there. You think about Longlord in Suburbia. Mechanic's workshop is located in the factory, so he must be nearby. Something is wrong here. You think about... Cheap and fading. Red neon advertises some sort of establishment. Air hums with industry. Acidic air wafts over shimmering puddles. Everything you own comes from here. Nothing will ever grow here again. Hundreds of hands melt plastic for you, hidden behind closed doors. Space between containers forms muddy alleys and dirty streets. You can feel it, this area is highly productive. Low mumbling dribbles out of banged up speakers. Decades of fried burgers and post-shift beers. Slumped man at the bar ignores you. Most of the very traditional meals have been crossed out. Only toast and pickles remain. Pickles and toast. I'm a producer. Great. He doesn't want to talk to you. You find no resources. Hello? I'd like to order. I'd like to order a single pickle, please. Except for the slumped man and yourself, the diner is completely empty. Why is it open? Your skin hurts, as if the air was biting at you with 1,000 tiny teeth. You scratch yourself and tiny flakes chipped in white break from your skin. Leaning backwards and resting your elbows on the dusty counter makes you feel pretty cool. Your gaze wanders lazily and comes to rest on footprints in the dust. They lead to the slumped man and yourself. Formerly blue, his overall is stained with tears and grime. A blue overall. Interesting. Gaze wanders lazily and comes to rest on... Please stop looking at me like that. Wind-up bottles collect heavy coats of dust. You could probably just mix yourself a drink. Nobody would stop you. I'm not thirsty. Like, not at all. It used to be a happy place for sad people. Now it's nothing. Slump man, I don't want to talk to you. Don't make me get my hammer. I'll beat the shit out of you. This guy couldn't make it out of his chair. Blue overall. The threat of the hammer. Can't quite grasp it yet. I need more information. Lethargic hand waves away your offer. The slumped man isn't thirsty at all. You'll never get your pickle. As you shake the diner's dust from your clothes, a sweet fragrance wafts around your nose. It's sweet and heavy, organic and old. It must come from nearby. A big pile of rotting garbage festers behind the diner. Slimy leftovers, dried up condiments, and the contents of 100 ashtrays. One day this will become a compost of considerable quality. Feels strange. It's extremely disgusting. You dig deep into the foul trash and discover nothing. Suspicious organic compounds slide through your finger. You discover nothing. Someone is watching you. Stop it. It's too disgusting. Wait, what you assume to be a slimy worm is actually the last rat. The last rat is all alone. Lacking any meaningful social connections, it's grown viciously protective of its little pile of garbage. Rat, your life appears to be pretty shitty. I hereby express my deepest condolences. It jumps out at you with a feral snarl. Pain in your back makes it impossible to attack. The last rat rolls into a ball to increase its resistance. You lose the phone. Sure, you've aimed at the last rat, but the phone describes a high arc and splashes down in faraway mud. Fuck. Last rat lunges at you but misses. Content with defending its territory, the last rat lets you go unscathed. Many people must have collaborated on it for years. Some things are just impossible to achieve on your own. Luckily, it has taken 0 damage from being thrown around. Whale-sized clouds of industrial exhaust push into the sky. The air burns where it touches your skin. Weakly lit by dying neon, grotesque and alone, a small figure gazes up at the endless sky. Puddle is tiny and shallow. In a certain sense, aren't we all tiny and shallow? This has paint in it. Too late. You've already tipped your finger and licked it. Salty, like tears. The salty puddle outside of the diner. A blue overall, the thread of a hammer. Of course. The slumped man in the diner is the mechanic. What happened to him? Why is he so demoralized? You're the mechanic. Utterly defeated, he slumps down even further. Yeah, he got me. I have come to collect your prototype. I don't have it. I'm a failure. Don't bother with me. I'm worthless. Couldn't even follow her instructions. Useless. Completely useless. Just forget it. Leave me alone. It's pointless. Who cares anyways? I'm paralyzed with fear. Can't move my legs. Can't get up, even if I wanted to. Which I don't, because I'm a waste of space. He sighs deeply and sadly. I'm stuck. Mechanic sighs deeply and tells you his tale. I was a bright-eyed kid, you know? Curious and adventurous, always exploring and inventing. I was smart. And now look at me. My younger self would be disgusted at what I've become. Time goes on and on. Nothing we can do about it now except float ourselves. As I grew older, I found myself drawn to a group of people, my so-called friends. They were cool. They did what they wanted. Idealistic and young, dynamic and expressive, fools on fire. They made art and held speeches and drank their parents' wine. I wanted to be just like them, but we both know how that worked out, hey? I was abandoned by the people that I trusted and respected. Now I'm all alone. They weren't right for you. You can still find your own crowd. Don't give up. I really tried, you know. I really grinded for my degree and studied harder than everyone else. I wanted to push boundaries, advance my craft. I wanted to leave my mark. Followed all their advice. Never worked for me. Now I have 20 versions of the same outfit. Never actually created anything of my own. People like me stand no chance. I'm not a genius, so why bother trying? Just look at me. I had nothing, and now I am discovering latent talent at motivational speaking. My childhood, my youth, my work. Who cares? Let's just forget we ever had this conversation. This guy needs inspiration. Didn't I make myself clear? There's nothing I can do. Just look at me. I'll never amount to anything, but now, here I am, producing you. I was abandoned by the people that I trusted and respected. Now I'm all alone. People like me stand no chance. I'm not a genius, so why bother? Right. So, encourage. Comfort. We don't have encouragement anymore, right? You almost had him. Where did you go wrong? Very moment, slipping through clumsy fingers like the smooth sand. Fuck it, let's try our very best. Suddenly, the mechanic jumps up and, with inconceivable speed, sprints outside. The cold wind edges him on. His feet hit the ground with steam-heavy pistons. He makes it past the containers, only to collapse suddenly in the middle of the yard. Shake your diner's dust from your clothes. Like a drop sack of potatoes, the mechanic flies in the yard. Fuck no. He flops around on the floor, unable to control his legs. This is what you get for having hope. I knew it. Can't fucking move. Just talk to the Sid already. Did I hide it that well? You can get the mechanic. You stagger under dead weight. Not bad. You have guessed my password. Good job. You throw the mechanic into the bigger chair. Mechanic groans. Yeah, sure. Blueprints are scattered below the workbench. You're not going to help? No. Whatever I touch dies. 3 sheets of instructions, white ink on blue paper, have been carelessly dropped below the table. This is what it means to be a producer, helping people who can't help themselves. Just follow the instructions and be careful. You only get one shot at this. Carefully read the instructions and try to sum them up for yourself. Unscrambler should get added after the scrambler, not before. So scrambler, unscrambler. Never place wet wire and looper after each other. They don't like that at all. Either the looper or the unscrambler should go first. The other one comes in the end. So looper first. Unscrambler at the end. Wet wire. You start with looper. Then you add scrambler. Wet wire. And scrambler. You're done. The helmet pulsates softly, little legs wriggle. How does that look? Good. The mechanic nods and smiles, leaning back into his bigger chair. Yes, perfect. You get the clawful helmet. You did it. The first prototype. Luxurious and warm. Pride swells in your chest. You're amazing. Yeehaw. Yeah, there it is again. The golden rush of success. You're great. You're amazing. I'll become the producer. I'll do everything the boss tells me to do. The mechanic smiles weakly and struggles to raise his hands. Whoop whoop. It's colder now. The world is shriveling up. Where is everyone? There used to be more people. Those that remain are high-strung and over-the-top. Characters, almost. None of them can move. You have arrived in downtown. Wait, there, in the water, it's the fat old fish. Fish is ancient. It doesn't give a shit about you or your problems. Hey, you, fish. Maybe I can bribe it? Fat old fish hits the bottom of the sea. I don't know how to feel about all of this. Death is scary, the loss of all investments, no grand payoff, it simply ends. Real job, who would have thought? Something wears away at the caves and carpal tunnels for below. Ancient ceilings collapse into lakes of brown sludge. The noise is phenomenal, but nobody can hear it. Only a soft vibration moving upwards through the porous rock reaches your feet and fills you with dread. Battered but unbroken, the boat's copious amounts of plants make it seem inviting and pleasant. I'm visiting Bong Lord in suburbia. Won't be back some time. Of course, Bong has been added to the list of visible locations. Arrived. Place is huge and deserted. What a dump. Cheap plywood doors have all fallen off their hinges. Only Bong Lord's door remains standing. Bong Lord's door. Remember all the futile rattling and pushing in front of the workshop. No matter what you did, the gate never moved an inch. Bong Lord's door looks weak and flimsy in comparison. Hell no, my poor back has suffered enough. Voice from inside is deep and warm. Come on in. Heavy smoke hovers and wafts above the thickest carpets you've ever seen. Bong Lord looks up from deep meditation. Welcome to my home. This is no way to have a conversation. Come on, take a seat, relax, loosen up a bit. We're not in a rush here. Carpet is white, soft, and extremely fuzzy. Running your fingers through the thick strands, you exhale deeply. You're safe here. Whoa. White tiles, triple glazed ceramics, and the smell of artificial citrus fruits. A bathroom. Wow, relaxing is great. You must be looking for the biochemist. There she is, deep asleep. Feel free to wait around until she wakes up. Whoa. Polished leather, cheap plastic, and everything in between. A pile of shoes sunken deep into the carpet. Snore. No way, she's comfortable down there. Stop that. Don't even think about it. Snore. Can't remember the last time you've taken a shit. Begin to understand. Not completely, but with your body, and the way you move and carry yourself. Hunched over and protective, as if under attack. From now on, the howling of the wind is never far away. You can hear it in the back of your head, rushing in to fill the growing void. Empty glass balancing precariously on the elegant curves of this cold ceramic. You pick up the empty glass of water. The glass is now full of water. You're not thirsty, like at all. Carefully place the full glass of water on the thick carpet. Messy pile of footwear, strangely comforting, as if a large family was having lunch here. Poor pieces of cheap plastic have been worn to the bone. Encrusted with mud, they smell of synthetic ammonia. They belong to the biochemist. Solid and reliable, the hiking boots wait for the autumn to arrive. Highly uncomfortable, extremely useful only in specific situations. What could you use them for? I'll just have to find out. These shoes won't enhance your sneaking ability. In fact, on most non-organic surfaces, they'll instead produce loud and obnoxious squeaking noises. What a scam. Her eyes rip open. Ugh! Mumbling obscenities and careless swiping at her face with long sleeves, she quickly recovers from the aquatic assault. This is nothing to her. Oh shit, I know why you're here. Oh, do you now? You barge in here, wake me up, and then you just get right to it. Business. Disdain drips from her voice like water on the carpet. Try being a fucking human for once. I'm the biochemist. I create new things, and then I get high as fuck before taking the next step. Pathetic dude, stuck in his chair, can't let go, can't change. To each their own, but this guy, damn, what a sad sack of shit. I've tried to help him, but damn. Whenever he's at the end of his very short rope, he seeks out a public place and fishes for pity from strangers. Despicable, spineless behavior, really. Far away, the mechanic shifts and groans in his big red chair. Caught in the most beautiful storm, the dadaist would salivate about catching the outfalled butterfly. Pathetic. To be fair, not all of them are horrible people, but even their best minds support a rotten dream. Bonglord is Bonglord. That much is evident. Good job, you've done a lot of conversation. It's probably safe to ask for a prototype now. Ah, her. She's a receptionist now? She's such a shame. What a bitch, acting all high and mighty all the time. Bah. I'm not happy that she disappeared, of course, but damn, she was very full of herself. The words just tumble out of your mouth. I broke into your houseboat. Why? Why did you do that? She just laughs. I knew that you're a producer, but damn. Who knew that production involved turning into a common burglar? I didn't steal anything. Well, don't worry. It'll all go down the drain soon enough. She suddenly beams up at you, positively proud. You push a solid chunk of self-doubt across the finish line. Not bad. She suddenly recognizes the helmet. Damn, the sneaky fuck. Where did he get the blueprint for that? As soon as I'm done rolling around on this fairy carpet, I'll go back home and wrap it all up. She grows intense and serious all of a sudden. Clean slate, buddy. Theft is necessary only for the dirty masses. Inspiration comes to those who have faith in themselves. It arrives on golden wings and kisses those that open their arms instead of hiding their faces. Even if morally reprehensible, theft of goods and materials can be tolerated. But theft of ideas? Unforgivable. It's all we have, shoring up the thin wall between us and the common ape. Inspiration and ideas, pushing the boundaries, taking the first steps into the unexplored lands. The thief defiles domesticated ground. The explorer makes maps for those behind. In a way, producer, I grieve for you. As a runner of errands, as an agent of domestication, you'll never know what it means to be the first. You wouldn't understand anything I have to say on this topic. Bah, real transcendence comes from within. Technology can only reproduce, no matter how new it might be. Is that everything? I think so. Eyeing you with suspicion, the biochemist pushes herself on Melodies. No, before we conduct our businesses, before the prototype changes hands, let me ask you a question. Sadistic glee glimmers in her eyes, sharp and awake now. Who are you? Easy. I'm the producer. She's unsatisfied. Empty phrase, try harder. What does it really mean to be a producer? You've been trying to figure that out now for some time. Then you remember, the warmth, the feeling of accomplishment, the joy. The biochemist is waiting for an answer. What does it mean to be a producer? Suppressed laughter shakes and rattles her wiry body. They've really gotten to you. You must be doing great. I don't get it, whatever. Let's move on. You wish you could tell her about the golden joy and warmth that sometimes rises within you, but you know that she'd only make fun of you. You're not here to have a nice little chat with me. Her smile is too wide, seems unstable. You're here because you need my prototype. Rigid patterns, frozen in thick liquid. The bottle and its contents emit a fascinating shine, soft and golden. Damn, you've seen this before. Rigid patterns, blocks, and lines, arranged on a never-moving grid. Looks just like what you saw under the microscope. It's an interesting story, really. I was researching something else entirely, trying to come up with some new hallucinogens, and when a big wave hit the houseboat and my microscope fell over, a very interesting fracture appeared in the lens. If you looked at it from just the right angle, her hands describe a violent explosion. Boom. The golden grid opens up before your eyes. It's incredible. I've glimpsed truth, but only briefly. That's when I started to. She launches into a long monologue about her work, enzymes and reverse chains and molecular bindings. You don't understand anything, but she's very excited about all of them. So yeah, to sum it all up, I'm a genius. Do you want to try the weird juice? Try the weird juice? The weird juice is thicker than expected. It drips down into empty glasses. Take a sip. What the fuck? The biochemist's voice comes from far away. Yeah, right? Stop it. Senseless screaming has never helped anyone. This is it, the golden grid, rigid patterns. This is what we are, deep down. Is this real? Yes, extremely real. We're just symbols? For now, yes. I suspect another layer hidden beneath this one. Someone else will have to dig into that. In any case, this looks pretty, doesn't it? Yeah. Before the biochemist can respond, the effect is ended. What the fuck? The biochemist plays with some lint. You reacquaint yourself with reality. The effect might be fleeting, but the impact is forever. Grinning broadly, she pushes the weird juice towards you. Go on, take it. Your boss will be proud. Virgin powdered frozen golden liquid. Bottle is hard and cold in your hands. Biochemist watches it carefully as you pack it away. She knows what's about to happen. Yes, another success for the world's best producer. Like clockwork, it arrives, golden warmth in your chest. You'll explode with joy if you don't express your enthusiasm right now. That's a lot of ease in that sentence. Yeehaw! World shines. Yellow and gold. Personal fulfillment. You got it all. Yes, life is great. I'm alive. I love working for the boss. Dismissive noise emerges from the carpet. Psycho. Hey, you still have my glass. Place an empty glass of water on the carpet. Hey, you can't just leave my stuff on the floor. Rude. Put the empty glass of water back in the sink. Nothing. Fuck. Cold wind rips through the streets. No, this is a bad neighborhood, and exploring it has nothing to do with your job. Alright. I'm realizing I should have moved my camera to the other corner. I wonder if it's worth it to do it now or just leave it like this. I'm planning on zooming in the video, so there's not so much black space, negative space. So I wonder if it would just be better to leave my camera there. Leaflets and flyers, discarded and forgotten, advertise faded products to cobblestone. Streets are empty, and wait, they're hidden in the shadow of the mall, a tiny metal door. Tiny metal door doesn't open from the side. Solid, unmoving, a rare pillow of stability in these strange times. Thin film of watery substance covers the stairs, turning slip and slippery. It's as if they were sweating. White material, vague and soft, comes out from under your nails. It's growing, eating. If only you were a little bit taller. These shoes are extremely uncomfortable. They do make you taller, though. Wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. Ladder slides down, coming to rest on the cold, hard floor. Yes. Distracted by the short-lived ecstasy of progress, you stumble. Back plan +1. You lose high heels. They've broken under your weight. You've done it. The top floor of the mall. Who'd have thought being a producer involves a lot of vertical traversal? The unreliable elevator attached to the bottom of the chain swings around dangerously. The whole construction groans and shakes. Chain doesn't just rip apart. Oh no, it practically explodes into 1,000 little pieces, tingling down around you. The unreliable elevator has collapsed into the wet pile of rotten wood. Bright light, sterile and sharp. A single tubulator leans in the corner. The precise woman looks up from the machine and smiles without moving her eyes. You're way too late. Come on, get going. We don't have all day. Endless scraps of paper sticking to the wall, merging with the plaster. Heaving and grunting, the bulbous man waves you impatiently. No, please, keep moving. You're not ready. Enclosed by steel and even more white paint, the screen looks down at you. Beneath it, tiny and clutching his old-school hat, a man is overjoyed to greet you. Welcome, welcome. We just need one more set of inputs. Are you ready to enter the maze? Enter the what? The maze. It's amazing, trust me. Yes, indeed you are. He picks up a fistful of paper strips out of his hat and throws them onto the ground. Crawling around on the floor, he reads them aloud. Cul-de-sac, logical. That's who I am. But what is dataism? He pulls a questionnaire and a worn-down pencil out of his hat. Would you stand a hand? Sometimes. Are you a paying customer? Sometimes. Based on our precise calculations, dataism is a scam. It's a fucking scam. I'm scamming you right now. But who am I? Soft drinks, fungiloid, made from meats. That's who I am. It appears that dataism revolves around randomness. Random words, random questions. A kind of remix. Strange, knobbly device is thrust into your hands. The simulation begins. Don't worry, it's all fake. Nothing in here can hurt you. Welcome to the maze. Your goal is to find the exit. You have 60 actions to achieve that goal. Once you've run out of actions or reached the goal, the simulation ends. Got it? Great, let's begin. Way is blocked. You've already used 30 actions. Time really does fly when you're having fun. Only 10 actions left. Can you do it? There's a short and awkward pause. I won't do a countdown. We've discovered that this really stresses people out. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it, because I don't see where the ending is. Okay, sorry, but you didn't make it out of the maze. You reacquaint yourself with reality while Darius 1 prints out a thick stack of papers. Don't worry about it. Only very few people make it out alive. Anyways, here's our prototype. It's just a report. A bunch of numbers on a paper. What? Ask the others. They'll explain. The short version is that this isn't tubularity. Yet, we just need more time. And more money. At least that's what Dataist 3 number 3 keeps saying to Dataist number 2. Alright. Thick report. Last prototype. Nobody ever doubted you. You are the producer. The top of the field. Golden warmth like a good dog returns. You are the producer. You produce perfectly. Yes, yes, yes. Life is great. Yes, joy. How wonderful. You did it. You have them all. Time to return to the boss. Oh, I almost forgot. Next time you visit, just use our hidden shortcut. It saves a lot of time. I see that you've taken an interest in our organization. Good. Dataist number 1 means well, but his approach is old and outdated. Talk to me if you want to know more. Dataist 3 hasn't noticed you. She's kneeling on the floor, scratching at the wall. Can you hear it? You can, of course. Around you, all around, growing through the dead rock that you call the earth. Invisible tendrils, thin and ghost white. Their secretions eat away at it all, breaking it down, liquefying it. Syrup, slurped up and digested, broken down into enzymes, integrated and reassembled as part of the whole. What can we do? We? There's almost nobody left. It starts in your immediate surroundings. They become less solid, melting wax. Stay in one place for too long, and that place becomes you, literally. The walls will swallow you so slowly, you won't even scream. This is just how it is. The weak and the strong, predator and prey, the cycle, life and death. For you, mainly death right now. This is what you are working against. This is what the prototypes are for. You're producing a solution. You've got prototypes to deliver. Shortcut is very bright. The spiral staircase leads down to a tiny metal door. Quickly unlock the door and emerge. You have all 3 prototypes. Are you ready to present them to the boss? There will be no turning back. This is it. Now we will see how productive you've been. Sure, you got all the prototypes, but have you been enthusiastic enough? The boss smiles through clenched teeth. Yes, the prototypes, finally. Hurry, let's go. The boss is shifting nervously. He keeps looking over his shoulder, out into the inevitable night. There's no time. The prototypes, come on, put them on the table, now. Oh, he expected something better. Which of them works the best? Which is the most worthwhile? How are we going to reach tubularity? Ah yes, the mechanic, promising young lad. What did he deliver? At examining the helmet, his greedy smile falls in on itself. No. This is old news. The artisan showed me something just like this before she disappeared. No, this won't do. Garbage. This is garbage. Unusable trash. We are screwed. We are totally screwed. Red with rage, he swipes the prototypes off the table. They shatter and break and spill all over each other. Suddenly realizing what he's done, he backs off, scared and bewildered by the power that he wields. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry that you had to see this. It's all coming to an end. This was our last chance. He gestures weakly at the mess on the floor and suddenly collapses into a pile of despair. We're all going to... How about... The boss doesn't stop you. He's thin, brittle, under his suit, bird-like, smelling of feathers and blood. After an appropriate amount of time has passed, you eagerly step back. We can find a solution, together. Sniff, sniff. Wait. Holy shit, of course. The cyborg. Not much is known about it. Hiding in the shadows, creeping along the edges. Untrustworthy and slimy, they say. Foul and unnatural. Technical genius, fallen from grace, discarded and discredited. People whisper it has reached its own version of tubularity. A nasty transcendence, sick with bones, boils and rotten with disease. The cyborg. We have to find the cyborg. It's the only thing that can save us now. This is our last chance at a major disruption. You're one of the best producers we've ever had. A genius almost. Now come on, let me hear it. Yes, you are the producer. Boss folds his hand in a mocking prayer. True prodigy of production. Go forth and find the cyborg, or it's all going down the fucking drain. Fuck. This is bad. We need to find the cyborg. Receptionist looks up, smiling fearfully. How'd it go? Listen, I have a little problem here. No, the time for idle chit-chat is long gone. There is no time. Game saved to slot 1. Downtown is hunched over. Sharp winds cut into the streets. Teeth clattering, you have no clue what to do or where to go. You have to ask for help. Wide and empty, this place is devoid of anything to hold on to or cherish. Data's number 3 and Data's number 2 have disappeared. Nothing of their work remains. Only Data's number 1 is still holding out, hoping. Something is sticking out of his left ear, trickling thin, blood. Fuck no. His pencil has been pushed through the eardrum and deep into the head. Data's number 1 smiles dreamily, waiting for your question. Where's the cyborg? The words come garbled, randomized. Green, brown, green and brown, brown and green. You leave him to his endless babble. The empty space begins to fold in on itself as you leave it behind. Did he do this to himself? Mortar cracks and bricks crumble. Downtown shrivels up. You need help. Acid ash falls down on poison earth. Sickness blooms. Sid doesn't acknowledge you on your way toward the workshop. Hey, up here. Like a stuffed bird strung up by 100 little drones, the mechanic is hovering above you. He smiles like 3 pounds of cheesecake. I did it. I pulled myself up. I did it by myself. No help. That's great. You quickly shout your question. Where's the cyborg? Oh, her. Yeah, sorry. Only visited her once. The drones are pulling him up, further and further. But she blindfolded me. She She blindfolded mice so I wouldn't be able to rethread the gaunt. Carried by his invention, the mechanic disappears into the endless frost of the night. Ice-cold air claws and tears... ice-cold air claws and tears at the world's soft skin. Arctic frost cover the plains. The world is dying. There's only one option left. The bridge has been cut. The boat is loose, drifting downstream. Dozens of potted plants float in the water. You can hear the biochemist scream from inside. Fuck this. Fuck all this shit. Out. Out. Make room. Make space. Get the fuck away. She appears on deck, carrying a big pile of notes. You call out to her across the freezing water. Where's the cyborg? Fuck you. Fuck all of this. Go on. Follow her. Hide and run away in the wet earth like a worm. Fuck off. She throws the pile of notes overboard. The research, the sketches, and the manic diary entries soak and sink. Biochemist doesn't pay you any more attention. She's too busy making room for new things, while the houseboat drifts away towards the middle of the beachless ocean. Suddenly, hit by a gale of freezing wind, you get it. There's no other option. The forest. The cyborg must be hiding in the forest. Step on it. I really would have liked an option to, figure it out, rather than just give it to me. The forest is cold and dark. All the birds are gone. Silence reigns supreme. Game saved to slot 1. Now, in your hour of greatest need, the hideout reveals itself to you. Holy shit. A bunker. Heavy concrete walls and stale air, crumbling stairs dissolving in the darkness. The microscope was brought here piece by piece. A slow, arduous process. Pile of meat festers in silence. Book by book, piece by piece, a small library has found its way down here. The cyborg must have worked for months, years. Information on every conceivable subject. Ancient dictionaries, obscure essays, forgotten manifestos, cheap novels, scientific journals, stuffed into the shelves without order. Raw metadata, ready for random access. Floor plan of the offices, drawn with crude accuracy. A red line goes from far below the basement, past lobby and the servers. It keeps growing upwards, far beyond the topmost floor into the infinite cosmos. Red arrows and exclamation marks pointing at the elevator. Electric circuits, hacked and subverted, explode downwards from the giant socket. Holy shit! Cyborg wants to plug into the growth. You flip through the notes, hundreds of experiments, hundreds of failed attempts, thousands of hypotheses on how to do it better, a desperate drive to succeed. Then the writing stops. Numbers mingle with dried up blood on crumbled pages. Words yield to graphs and diagrams, calculations, schematics, the map. And then at last a scribbled note. For you. Toto, come to the elevator. Push the buttons all at once. Hurry, please. Deep breaths. Calm down. Fuck no. Let's go. The books disappear and fade away. The meat is left to rot and die. And the microscope dangles lumpily from the wall. As you sprint up the stairs, back out into the corpse-cold night. Your ragged clothes flutter in the wind as you stumble back towards the car. It's all coming to an end. Arctic silence envelops you. Even in an emergency like this, you simply can't drive without music. Something's not right here. The tape deck won't open. Good old tape deck. Thick black plastic, hard buttons, heavy knobs, worn down and shiny from many years of use. It's soft to the touch, melting slowly. It cramps up under your gentle strokes, growing suddenly hard, then soft again. You can't believe your ears. It's your favorite track. Thank you. You don't look back. So, this is it. The end of the line. You think about, why would such an advanced being require your help? I've got no qualifications for any of this. Holy shit. Can't remember buying a phone. You didn't send that application. The cyborg must have set it up. But why? Why me? The growth, the endless expansion of vague biomass. It's touched almost everyone by now. Glued to their seats, they melt into the stone. Only you can move. Only you can produce. So you must be special because you're so enthusiastic. Dying trees are sinking into the hungry earth. The biochemist must be far away by now, drifting through the fog in your barren boat. What a fool. One can't survive without help, without a job. You think about your job. You love your job. I can't wait to tell the boss about the cyborg. Once you do that, everything will be okay again. Yeah, let's go. Shaken by acid winds, your car carries you past the factory's remains. The mechanic, pulled into the lower stratosphere by his drones, has probably frozen to death by now. He would have been better off just staying in his chair, but no, he had ambitions. Disrespect your function, pay the price. You think about the end of it all. Do you remember how funny it was in the beginning? How open and free and full of promise? It's all been over for some time now. Don't worry. The growth will continue. You will continue. Broken down into molecules, you will persist as part of something larger. Just like being employed by a large company. Concrete turns to slush under your wheels. The data has left nothing behind, only white walls. Downtown, cold and empty. This is where it ends. Dark water churns below. Canals have gone quiet. The mall is empty and dead. The tall towers of glass sway slightly from side to side. Smooth doors slide open. One last time. Naked fear distorts the receptionist's face. Toto, please. There's no time. I'm sorry. Game saved to slot 1. You have to be sure that the cyborg is actually here before you go up. What the fuck? Foul eggs and feces. The cyborg gurgles and spits because it can no longer speak. It's helpless, weak, and trapped in the compartment. A cable stretched towards you, held by rotting fingers. There's something urgent in the cyborg's eyes. It needs your help. This is it. Time to decide. Cyborg is sinking sack of dying cells, rotten and foul with strange plans, unclear motives. He wants to connect with the growth, fraternizing with the enemy. Cyborg will try to survive by becoming more like the thing that's eating us all. No way. It writhes and pulsates the cyborg's irregular heartbeat, syncing up with yours. Cyborg has sacrificed everything for this. Last chance. Don't fuck it up. Socket is only a few steps away. Fuck. The cable's too short. It's no use. You know what to do. Connect. It all goes dark. You twitch and convulse. Puppet-like legs give out. Impossible amounts of raw information rip right through you. Roots and twigs, strands of hair, arteries and veins. On the one hand, a vast network, chemical bridges, chains of enzymes, the non-animal metabolism eating away at the rock beneath your feet, dissolving and melting it all down into primal soup. The growth can't yearn, it can only expand. A slender tendril, randomly stretching out into the endless dark, looking for new food amongst the stars. This is what you plugged into. White foam spills from your open mouth. On the other hand, the cyborg. Calculative power and rational thought, far surpassing nature's random stumble. Cold, hard, and clear like ice. Intent. Shooting through your nervous system, systematically ripping into the gross feral urges. In this battle, victory is a quantifiable outcome. Then suddenly, no more tension. Two hands become one as a heart finally gives out, and the old body sinks to the floor. The network beneath the rocks, the thick digestive liquid, and all of its enzymes. It's like learning to walk again, random twitches building on each other, solidifying into patterns of movement, approximations of instincts. Everyone else is here as well. Semi-digested, reconstructed, merged. A ball of screaming neurons falling through the infinite cosmos. You try to hold on to yourself. You try. A game by Stuffed Wombat, music and SFX by Thor High Heels. Aw, cats. The other cat's name is Groton. Felix Rip. Thank you for playing. All right. That was Producer 2021. Oh. That was very strange. But that is the brand, Strange and Scary. I can't remember what game I said this about recently. It might have been The Corruption Within. I'd really appreciate it if when you looked at something once, it went through the entire, the entire thing and took you to the item that you needed or the thing that you need to progress. The whole tapping on things multiple times. Trying to get it to the end of the dialogue tree, the exhaust all dialogue from like Dark Souls and Elden Ring and things like that. I'd really prefer if you just looked at the bridge and then were able to go across it or whatever. I liked the world that you built. It was an interesting world. The whole idea of like, you live in a world where computers don't work. So how do you do that? And then the tubulators, they're basically computers that you plug into, like something out of a David Cronenberg movie. But they've got like specific parameters that they work within. Yeah. I do wish that we got to know more about the main character, the producer, before they became the producer. It's cool that the cyborg set everything up. That all comes back to at the end. The cell phone, the application, the CV, and then they've set that up so that they can get into the network themselves so that they can plug into the matrix. And then the producer just kind of by accident also gets plugged into the matrix. That was all very cool. I just wish that we had some more like personality from the producer. All that we really know is that the producer is very enthusiastic. It's kind of like the Undertale thing where it's like, what is it? Motivation. Is that the Undertale? Extreme motivation, or it fills you with determination. That's it. It's kind of like it fills you with determination thing of this game. You're enthusiastic. But it would be nice if like there was some, any kind of hint at like, what happened to this producer in the past before they became a producer, so that you know like what the journey is actually for. Like, why wasn't the producer affected by the rot the same way that everybody else was? Yeah, I think that's all that I've got for you. I really liked the way that it was set up, where you had the viewfinder that you could look through and see the different images, and then you had like the recap of what's just been said, like off to the right side. I wish that there wasn't so much negative space, because you've got like the border around the whole left side of the screen and then the bottom side of the screen that is just wasted space. And I'm going to have to zoom in on that when I do the video. So yeah, that's all that I've really got for you. Thank you all for joining me for another night of strange and scary games. I love you. I will see you in the next video. Good night.